Name, degree, and year level?
I'm Anshuman. I'm in my 4th year and I study software engineering in UQ.
Hi, my name's Jan. I study commerce and law, majoring in finance, and I'm a 5th year student.
My name is Neha. I am in my 4th year of a computer science and physics degree at UQ.
I am Robert Chapman. My degree is a Masters of Molecular Biology and I'm currently in my final semester.
Hi, my name is Alawi. Currently I'm studying Master of Agribusiness.
What is the startup you worked for?
I worked for I Wanna Go. They're a events management platform startup here in Singapore.
So my startup is called Starstruck. We are a MarTech firm, so we work in marketing tech. Essentially what we do is we do some form of deep learning where we're essentially looking at existing marketplaces. We're collecting all of the data from existing marketplaces into one common platform where we give sellers insights and ways to improve their business.
The startup I was working for is My Naked Bar, which is a sustainable soap company run by Lee Ting. Essentially, she naturally makes all her bars and also creates sustainable packaging for them as well, mostly recycled milk cartons.
I'm working with Starstruck. It's a marketing tech company that try to utilize deep tech technology because they will help marketplace to be seen so they can generate more sales.
So the startup is called Fuzzy Sequence and it's a B2B sales startup which is really based on AI. So it provides automation services to its customers and provides them automation services such as LinkedIn messages and Outlook messages, and we are also scaling up to HubSoft and WhatsApp and more later on.
So what would you say would be your highlight of your startup?
Highlight of my startup was definitely the people. I have had the opportunity to work with 2 founders. So everyone's just so welcoming, everyone's so excited to have us there, and they're so involved in our development, not just as workers, but also as people.
The highlight of my startup, to be honest, there are a lot, but if I can say, our team is quite diverse. Our team consists of people from UK, Brazil, and also Singapore, and of course, me from Indonesia and my friend from Australia. I got so much exposure how to perform in an international setting place, and I think that will be one of the most interesting highlight.
Highlight of working in the startup was definitely being able to work with some of the previous accelerator participants who came in to consult with our startup to basically give us some guidelines as to what makes a good pitch, what these VCs are looking for, that kind of thing. I felt like I really gained a lot of very valuable information and experience about the whole process.
Actually working at the pop-up stores, so a lot of my weekends were used at these pop-up stores and I very much enjoyed it. I got to talk to so many different people and learned so much about how to sell, how to talk to customers, etc.
I have a really big impact in the startup, so that's one thing I really admire compared to working in a corporate job.
So what is the most challenging things you've done in this program?
So far, the most challenging things, because it's marketing tech, which is I'm not coming from tech background. So at first I'm a bit confused how I should position myself in this startup, but it's also one of the goals from this program, which is I must be out of my comfort zone. So it will be a challenge for me to adapt in the field that I'm not familiar with.
When we initially transferred the customers from the old loyalty program to the new loyalty program, it actually notified all of them that it's been transferred before we were ready. So essentially I had to quickly write up an email, make an email list, send it to them before anyone was too shocked. Luckily we did do it within 3 to 4 hours, but man, those were crazy 3 to 4 hours.
I would say the most challenging part of the startup program wasn't necessarily in the startup, surprisingly. The most difficult part for me was actually coming to a new country and learning the culture. The Singaporean culture is very, very different to Australian culture. I think that in Australia we love talking, but in Singapore it's a lot more different. You just tell them, which feels disrespectful, but it's just the culture, but they're just not things that I'm used to.
Testing is something I've never done before as a software engineer, and using tools like Selenium, using coding language like Selenium and AI tools regarding testing was something really new to me, and I also had a small learning curve.
Biggest challenge I faced was culture shock, you know, and not in terms of Singapore necessarily, just in terms of dealing with a large number of people who are much younger than me. Funnily enough, obviously met and made some really great friends with people who were, you know, not necessarily in my age group. So yeah, that was a bit of adjustment for me, but yeah, I think I really gained a lot out of it.
That was good.
Thank you.